What's happening, my Gemini viewers? How is everyone? I hope good. I am here with a reading on what you need to work on this year, what Spirit would like you to change this year. So let's get started. The first card I pulled for you is the Four of Swords Recovery. Now, recovery could be recovering from an addiction. It could be recovery from a broken heart, losses that you have gone through in 2020. But this year, they want you to recover from all of that. So definitely for this being the very first card and the gosh, I can't think of the name. Sorry, I'll think of it. But anyway, so work on recovery. We have the Creator. So they want you to become closer to Source, to the Creator, to acknowledge where we came from, what we're supposed to worship, the Creator. So they want you to meditate, do everything you can possible to connect with the higher above. So we have heart chakra. They want you to work on opening up your heart chakra. You can search on YouTube on how to do that. I recommend if you receive one chakra card that you go ahead and do all of them. It's important to keep them open because they affect us in so many ways. And if you don't know the ways, I would Google it and read about it. But it's important to keep our chakras open because they affect us in each different way. I'm going to come back to that one. Oh, wait, I'm not. I have what I want to say on that. I forgot. Hang on one second. Perseverance. This is doing something despite difficulty or delay in achieving success. So they want you to do it even though you might not achieve success. So definitely work on that. We have do not drink poison. Do not do things you know that are bad for you, and that's in reverse. So let me read that to you. 8. It is suffering unnecessarily, holding on to relationships that hurt you, lacking the energy to change habits which harm you, a denial that poisonous things can hurt you, denial about certain substances, potential for addiction to food or substances, obsessive and harmful behaviors which need to be changed but which you may refuse to recognize. So you need to know that whatever you're putting in your body that is not healthy is harming you in some way. And it's time to work on it this year to stop doing that. We have clarity and belief. See this butterfly? Once you have clarity in whatever your situation is and you start believing, which is probably believing in the Creator in this card, you will transform. You'll transform into this beautiful butterfly. So you'll go through a transformation. Maybe you're stopping it. Maybe you're denying it. Maybe, whatever your beliefs are preventing it from happening. So it is time to have clarity and belief so you can transform into this beautiful butterfly here. We have Queen of Pentacles, kindness. So they want you to work on being kind to yourself and being kind to others. Maybe you have been just cruel. Maybe you take out all your frustrations and anger out on people, and it's time to switch that to being kind. Mind, to get out of your mind, to stop letting your mind look like this, to stop being stuck in your mind. It's preventing you from making decisions that you need to make. It's keeping you stuck in a position that you don't need to be stuck in, and it's time to free your mind of all those worries, of all those what ifs, and so on. We have the universe. It's time to become one with the universe. It's time to release all of this shit here, if I can pick it up, this shit to the universe, because the universe will take care of it. The universe will help you work your way through it. It will release you from feeling like this, and then you'll look like this woman on this card. So somebody told me one time that they thought I looked like this woman on the card. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what somebody said. I don't know. I forget who told me that, but I thought it was kind of funny. We have joy. You need to work on having more joy in your life. Um, Life is too short to not have happiness and joy and enjoy the things that bring you this joy into life. It's just way too short to not feel that. Yes, it's nice to have money. It's nice to have a career. It's nice to have a status in the community and for people to look up to you because they think that you have this great life. But if you don't have joy in that life, nobody's going to want to be around you. Nobody's going to want to be part of your success. Nobody's going to, you're not going to have the happiness and the, excitement of what joy brings each and every one of us. So that's a big thing to work on this year. Becoming braver, resilience, experience, growing stronger, fresh perspective. And that is in reverse. So let me read that to you. Feeling there is no point to your trials, an inability to see you are courageous and learning all the time, doubting you have the endurance to cope with the challenges being faced, believing you are weak and unable to tackle the smallest of adversities, feeling you will fall apart when troubled times come, afraid of adventure, daunted by tests. We all can face all of our challenges. We are learning every single day, and we learn through every challenge that we face every single day. Nurture. You need to nurture yourself. You need to take time to enjoy the beauty of the world, to go into nature, and to really pay attention to what is around you, what God has provided for each and every one of us, each and every day to see and to enjoy. You need to nurture yourself before you nurture anyone else. You need to learn that, once you nurture yourself, then you're able to nurture all the things around you, all the goodness in life, all the people. So nurture yourself. That's a big one. We have the Chariot movement. This is a sign of Cancer. But movement is like, don't be afraid to move on. Don't be afraid to branch out. Don't be afraid to move from state to state, to try different things, to find your happiness, to be able to enjoy life, to branch out in life. So movement's important. And that might be even movement. Maybe you just need to get up and, dance, turn on some music and just have movement in your body. Don't just sit around and play video games or, and not do anything. Get up and move. Even if it's cleaning your house, whatever it is for you. Integration. This is the act or a process of integrating, bringing of people of different racial or ethnic groups into unrestricted or equal association as in society or organization. So what I get from this is that you need to understand that each racial group is just as equal as you are, whatever race you are, and that it's important to bring other, racial groups and ethnic groups into organizations, into society. Allow them to be equal because they are equal just like you. And that's really important. Discontent and boredom. So you need to work on your discontent and boredom. Maybe you get bored really easy, so then you go off and do things that you wish you wouldn't have done. You need to come up with a hobby. You need to come up with something that will satisfy you and will keep you from doing stupid things. Say if you get bored and you decide you're going to go drinking with your buddies, or you're going to go do some drugs with your friends because you're bored, or you're going to go find a new, like if you're a family person and you're just kind of bored in your relationship, instead of spicing up your relationship, you go find something else. And that's just not acceptable. So you need to find ways to get out of this stage. Soulmate. Then if you look at this, see all the third eyes in this? It always catches me. So your third eye, you really need to be using your third eye. And if you're searching for your soulmate, your third eye is going to take you straight to your soulmate. So allow your third eye to guide you, and you will find your soulmate. We have lead the way, be a leader, show others how it's done. You can help others, and that was in reverse. If I remember all of these cards, my Alice in Wonderlands were in reverse for you. This is refusing to take charge, letting your emotions overwhelm you, wanting to tell others what to do, but being afraid to in case you get it wrong, feeling you are too emotional to take charge, avoiding responsibility, fear of failing others and letting yourself down, discouraging others from relying on you. And it's time to take charge. You need to be the leader. You need to not be afraid that you're going to let other people down, because you don't let them down. You actually let people down when you're not helping them or leading the way, especially if that's, one of your strong parts about you. God, my brain just won't work. If you are a born leader, then you need to lead the way, because some people really need a leader to help them down the right path or to go the right way. So don't be afraid, and don't be afraid of ever letting anyone down. The only person that you're letting down by staying in the background is yourself. So it's time to step out and be the leader. It's time to not be afraid if you make the wrong decision and you do lead somebody down the wrong way. It's not a big deal, because you can still go, we can all veer right or left, or so don't be afraid. Sadness and isolation. You need to definitely work on sadness and isolation this year. You need to try and look at all of the more positive things, even when you are down and out. If you lose a relationship with someone that you love, just know that, okay, sure, that hurts. I love that person, but the universe had that person leave my life for a reason, and it's to open up a door for a different person to come in that is much more healthier for me, much more realistic for me, and so on. So, and then isolating yourself, all you do there is that you prevent, or you are stopping the progress of healing. Sure, we all need to go into isolation to find ourselves and to heal and do all that good stuff, but we don't need to stay stuck here, and this is where you've been stuck. So get yourself out, find things that make you happy instead of sad, and allow life to carry you on to the next step. We have Knight of Swords, drama. So if you create the drama, or you tend to find yourself in a lot of drama all the time, you need to try and avoid it this year. Try to stand, back while drama's going on. Don't get yourself involved in it. I have to have my Rockstar. I'm not advertising for them, but I have to have it because my brain won't flow. The coffee where I'm staying, they don't have any flavored creamer, and I can't drink coffee without flavored creamer, so I'm drinking hot cocoa, a Rockstar, and water. So, but avoid the drama. Drama, just all it does is create more shit for us in our life, and you just don't need it. And when you do, you'll create this harmony. When you start, really looking at your life and really paying attention to what you are allowing in it, how you react to people's problems, and what is going on all around you with your friends, your family, your loved one, and you start kind of really paying attention and nurturing yourself, you will create this harmony in your life, and it will be such a weight lifted off of your shoulders, and you'll just be able to really just kind of flow with life instead of going like this, because that's all drama does. Drama just creates all this whirlwind around you, and sure, sometimes it's kind of exciting and whatever, and if you're in this discontent and boredom, the drama might make it exciting a little bit, but the drama just creates this right here. This is where drama leaves you. So, and nobody wants to be here. No one. And Source doesn't want us to be there. Sometimes you have to sacrifice things that you love. Sometimes you have to let go of things that you don't want to let go of. Sometimes you have to take a day off of work to be with your family and sacrifice the money that you would make that day. Or sacrifice a day of going drinking with your buddies or girlfriends or whatever. Sacrifice. We all have to make sacrifices in life. And once we do that, then, we receive rewards, because we're not being selfish, and we're being kind to others. And so, grief. You need to allow your grief to be felt, to be able to work through it, and then release it to the universe and allow the universe to deal with it. Don't mask it with with any type of addiction, because when you do, all you're doing is creating the Ten of Swords, like the Ten of Swords in tarot. All those swords are stuck in your back, and you're carrying all those burdens with you each and every day. You never actually get all those swords out of you. You just continue to leave them inside of you, and then it creates anger and just unhappiness, and you're not able to find the joy in your life, and you're not able to heal and move on. So as much as we all hate pain, and we don't like to feel the pain of life, and when we lose somebody that we love, or we're disappointed in someone and so on, none of us like to feel that. But once we do, if we do feel that, we're able to heal from it, and we're able to move on, and we're able to make space for new things to come into our life, and better and more loving and more kind and just more gentle things to replace all of that grief and all of that heartache. So we have law is not justice, rules that are not fair, and it was in reverse. And I'm going to read this one. It is believing the law is right under any circumstances, accepting the judgment of a powerful person without question, allowing yourself to be influenced without knowing the story, a deep bias, which is coloring your vision, a flawed filter through which you or another may be seeing the world. Take the time to think independently. We need to know that, in when it comes to justice and the law, it isn't always right. Like in my circumstance, no matter what anyone says, I don't care. They come in and they tell me that, I was neglecting my daughter. Well, I don't know how the hell she was ever neglected. I mean, that kid was provided for. She was loved so much. I mean, and just well taken care of. It's crazy. Okay, so I go to court, and with everything I've been through in my life, and plus knowing the whole story of my situation, I just said I pled no contest. So that meant that I wouldn't have to go through all the trials and all the lies and all the hurt of what my family created to make me look bad and to seem like this horrible mom, even though the people on the outside knew I wasn't this horrible person. And even my daughter, but she's really influenced by a lot, and she's a kid, and that's the way things go. So I have people that of course, because people can't keep their mouths shut, people want to gossip and make somebody look bad, and which is fine. I've been there, done that many of times, and I don't care what the outside world thinks of me. I know deep inside myself, my soul, my heart, what kind of person I am, what kind of mother I am, and I'm not going to allow the justice or anybody to tell me I was a bad mom. No way, no how. Was I perfect? No, nobody's perfect. We all learn. We're all learning each and every day of our life, even if you're not a parent or you are a parent. But the thing is that, just because the law said I was a neglectful mom doesn't mean I was. And so this is an example. So if you are going around, say if you knew me and you were going around telling everybody, well, she neglected her kid, the law said so. You don't know. You don't even know how the court hearing went. Did you know that I pled no contest and why I did that? It's not because I was a neglectful mom. It's because I'm sick of fighting my family. And if my daughter wanted to make that choice to do what she did, and then, and so on and so on and so on, then that was the choice they made. My choice was to not fight because I am tired of fighting, and I don't have to fight. I don't have to prove myself to anyone. I know what kind of mother I am. I know that my daughter was well taken care of in every single way. So I chose not to argue. I chose not to waste my money on an attorney. And I'm not saying that my daughter's a waste of money by any means, but they already made their mind up, because where I live, that's how it works. Money talks and bullshit walks, pretty much. So that's just an example. And I don't like to tell everybody that I was found as a neglectful mother, and so please don't, judge me for it. But I chose to plead no contest. I chose not to say I was or I wasn't because I just was tired of fighting. I wanted to be able to just kind of move into a new stage of my life that I knew that Spirit wanted me to, and because I'm very connected to the divine. And if I was this horrible person, I wouldn't have such a connection to God and to my angels, my ancestors, my guides, and so on, because the law said that I was neglectful doesn't mean that I am neglectful. It's I live in a small town, a small state, or I used to, and that's how that goes. You have somebody that goes in and is talking in somebody's ear and feeding them full of bullshit and whatever else. That's what they go by. They don't go by really the laws. So don't always think just because a judge says guilty, meaning somebody's guilty. We've seen so many people coming out of prison that have spent years and years and years in prison that were finally found not guilty, and they had spent 30 years in prison. So the law of, really the laws of the universe are what we should go by, and that's what a person really is punished by. Sure, we can have 12 jurors say that person's guilty, but really they're not, Another example is like the Casey Anthony story. Here's a mother that pretty much killed their child, but was found not guilty. So I mean that's another. So don't just go by the because a judge says somebody's guilty. They're guilty. No, because no matter what, we're all human. We all make mistakes, and we're not perfect. We're not going to find a ruling to be 100% correct each time. That's why that needs to change in this world, if you ask me. Anyways, enough of that. The last card I pulled is success and growth. So once you work through all of this and you change your mind and you bring some joy and you feel your grief and you get out of your head and you open your heart chakra and you stop believing that, no matter what, the laws are correct, and you learn how to sacrifice and nurture yourself, and you connect more to the universe, you're going to have this success and growth. This is how it will end, and this is how Spirit wants your year to end this year. So, well, I really hope that resonated with all of you. Sorry I got kind of stuck on, giving you an example of what I'm trying to say, but I thought that was important to bring up. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would greatly appreciate it if you would. It helps me grow as a person, as a psychic, as a tarot reader. It helps people that haven't had a chance to see my messages, see them, and it helps my channel grow, which really helps, all of us. So I wish you all a very happy day, very happy evening whenever you're watching this. I'm sending you so much love, so many positive vibes and peace like always. Take care, and I will catch you on my next video. Lots of love.